the mom gave a speech. She was like, "Women have to be perfect. Women have to do everything right." Do you? Do you?
For real, because when you look at some of the women that are getting these ballers with $300 million, it's like,
with three babies and all this other stuff. Man, there's women right now acting like the chicks that gave the ballers. They got 5 kids. They looking at you like, I don't need you. You need somebody. You got 5 kids.
Speaking of cults, and women, Barbie. I haven't seen so many people wear pink till this year, yo. And I know you did, the 2 hottest movies of the summer, Barbie, Oppenheimer opened the same weekend. You did reviews for both. Mm-hmm. Which one was better, man? And can you give us like a breakdown of both? Because I saw Oppenheimer. I know, Troy, you saw both. Brian, you didn't see either, right?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Not yet.
You ain't seen Beyonce. You ain't seen Oppenheimer. You ain't seen Barbie. Come on,
bro. I've been outside. That's the problem. It's like family events and traveling and all this other stuff. It's like
excuses.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Hey, you go to South America? I'm like, dang, I need to go to South America. Why? I don't know. He going.
Listen, everybody else inspired me. They were all like, "Oh, we went to Cartagena this year." I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go.
Yes. I'm actually going on a cruise. That's not to say. I'm going on a cruise in October of a friend's birthday. We're going to Nassau, 5-day cruise. But anyway,
that should be fun. That should be really fun.
It's off the chain. Cruises. Anyway, don't get me started on that. That's another day. Some chick hurt my feelings from New York. But anyway, we ain't gonna go there. She had broke up with her girlfriend, and she was making out with me the whole night. Then she didn't know me the next day. I was like,
it's like that sometimes. They be fake. That's why. Listen, we just talked about earlier how it's harder for guys to date. But anyway, tell us about the movies. Tell us about Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Okay, look. At the end of the day, yes, Oppenheimer's a better movie, but you got to remember Nolan. His movies ain't for everybody. Not even you can't be a real casual person and just watch that. You got to be in the history. Barbie was. This is my problem with Barbie. It's not as funny as Bridesmaids. It's not funny as Mean Girls. It's not as funny. It's not as funny. Like people, it did look more power to them. Whatever they did to get people to go. Oh yeah, and they some damn liars. If you like Christopher Nolan movies, you should like Barbie movies. What kind of sense that make? Tell me how that makes sense.
You comparing it to some real classics, though. I mean, but I will say the promotion and the hype kind of led people to expect that.
Yeah.
Promotion was A1. It was amazing because it tricked me to go. I only went because my best friend Amber was like, "Oh, you definitely won't like this." I was like, "I'll accept your challenge." I went to go see it. I ain't like that shit. I went to a movie theater 5 minutes away from my house. Went across the street to this bar. Was drinking. I was talking to this young lady. She was like, I'm 39. She was 25. We had a civil discussion. She was like, "Well, I liked it." I'm like, "Well, I didn't." And she was like, "Yeah, but you gotta understand, we get catcalled." And I'm like, like that happened once. Like you get catcalled like Barbie. She got fingered in the butthole in the movie. That dude was like, "Hey," and it was just like
they were doing that in the Barbie movie.
Dude got a grip or something, but she ain't got much butt. I'm tired of this myth too. Margot Robbie does not have a butt. I'm tired of this.
Come on, you gotta love Margot Robbie, man. I cannot accept no Margot Robbie.
I think she's cute, but I don't think she's as bad as everybody says she is.
Wow, really? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Look, I would date her. I would say she's cute, but I wouldn't lie to my friends and be like, "She's thick." I'd be like, "She's thick." I'd be like, "She's fit." She's a nice, fit young lady.
Yeah, I would definitely get her pregnant, but that's just me. I don't know.
Well, wait. What did you think of the Barbie movie?
Yo, Troy is the only one who saw it. Troy, what you think, bro?
Yeah, so I saw Barbie twice. I saw it with my girlfriend twice. I liked it. I understand the criticism. I liked Oppenheimer more, honestly. But no, I had a good time watching Barbie. I didn't take it that seriously. I was along for the ride. I do agree, though. I wish it was funnier because it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. But it was still, the cast was great overall. I was like, yeah, I like the message and stuff. It was cool. It's like baby's first feminism. So a lot of women who don't really realize about like, patriarchy and all these buzzwords and stuff. Like it kind of opens your eyes
That's what it
to
was.
this, and you're like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. And I was like, yeah, of course it does,
That's
because
disrespectful. You said baby's first feminism. That's crazy.
That's not disrespect. It's Barbie. It's based on a kid's toy. Like that's fitting. It's fitting.
Damn.
He saw the movie twice. Like he knows what he's talking about.
Hey, Troy, would you agree? Besides the Allen character, who was like the off-brand version of Ken, there were and the dumb husband, the hapless husband that did not do nothing in the movie. There were no good men in this movie. There wasn't even a regular good man. Like, hey, do you need some help crossing the street? There was no good man in this movie. Everybody was idiot.
I would agree, but I think that's the point. That's the point that they use to get that message across, to like introduce a lot of people who don't realize that, maybe through a certain lens you're oppressed, and allows you to see it in a better way. So yeah, no, I agree with you, but it's done on purpose. So if you don't like it, I get it, but that's the point of the movie.
I get weirded out sometimes when I see movies like this, and it's like, well, that's how it is now. And I'm like, now? I'm like, now? Like when the mom gave a speech, she was like, women have to be perfect. Women have to do everything right. Do you? Do you?
For real, because when you look at some of the women that are getting these ballers with $300 million, it's like,
three babies and all this other stuff. Man, there's women right now acting like the chicks that give the ballers. They got 5 kids. They looking at you like, I don't need you. You need somebody. You got 5 kids. Who you going? Hey, you better be. Hey, can I man? Don't make me start telling stories. I dated some chick. She had 2 kids, and she got mad at me because I was considering, like, we were dating, but we weren't I was trying to decide if I want to be with my girlfriend. I don't have any kids. That's a big decision. I can't just jump into that.
Huge decision. Because it's not just would you want to date her and like have a serious relationship with her, but then you got to decide later on, do you actually want to adopt these kids and like make them your kids?
Oh, it gets worse. She wanted more.
Oh shit!
Wait, more than that? What else is there?
That is all there is such more to that story. She wanted more.
Tell us, man.
Yeah, you gotta let us know. Let us know. What else do they want?
She wanted more, and she tried to do some Jedi mind trick stuff like, "Hey, you ain't gotta wear no condom or nothing. I know when I get pregnant."
Oh nah. Yeah. Oh, that's what you mean by more. She wanted to get pregnant again.
ASAP.
Oh man.
Damn, she was ready. That's not a Jedi mind trick. That's
just the regular trick.
like the interesting thing about in society now, you see those studies where they're like, oh, more people are lonelier than ever. You know why? Because it ain't accounting for these half relationships people are in. These unemotionally available
situationships.
Yeah, whereas like I've literally dated a woman that said, I'm never gonna tell you I love you. I ain't looking for no man. I don't ever want to be with somebody. But we date. Why am I babysitting your kid? Hey, I'm going to why are you calling me? You literally called me. You live 30 minutes away. You heard.
Why do I know somebody in that same situation?
It's a lot of people in that
epidemic.
Guess what? She heard a knock on the door. She called me. I live 35 minutes away. I need you to come up here. No,
oh man,
I ain't your man. Are we together? No. Are we together? I got so many. So we ain't going. Anyway, Oppenheimer. Let's go to Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer. If you're a Christopher Nolan fan, you love it.
Okay.
Most people like it. It's tough because my homie was a Christopher Nolan fan. Bad Habits. Shout out to The Bad Habits on YouTube. He was like, look, man, Christopher Nolan. He can't tell a damn story in a straight line. It goes forward, then it jumps back 12 years, then it jumps 2 years, then it goes to the end where you got to go back 12 years to find out what happened.
Yeah.
But
I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with the jumping. I can't remember what movie it was I watched recently that was like that over the last couple of years, but there was another movie where it was very similar. Like they would jump back 10 years, then jump forward 20, then go back to the present. Like,
yes.
It was crazy.
Listen, I'm critical of Christopher Nolan doing that like in Tenet because that shit made no sense and it was boring.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. That's the exact movie. Yes.
But in Oppenheimer, I think they did such a great job to like package so much stuff and just tell like a storyline and go back. It it was just done so beautifully. Like, honestly,
wonder-
I love the structure of it. I think that's one of the things I
Yeah.
really like about it. The way they went from the interrogation to kind of like tell his story from early on through like the political stuff and Oppenheimer, I highly recommend.
Okay.
Okay. I
I love
forgot to
Christopher
ask this
Nolan, though.
question. I forgot to ask this question. I apologize. I didn't know if I could cuss or not.
Of course you can.
But okay. Shout out to Christopher Nolan for bringing back titties.
Bring back what?
That's not even a cuss. He said for bringing back titties.
Oh shit! Yes, yeah. Shout out to Florence
I
Pugh.
was shocked. I was like 90-foot titties. Where this come from? I almost stood up the class. Because like back me and my homie was arguing. He was like, "There's 2 minutes nudity in movies." I'm like, "No, it's not. There's not." Like, look, Thor. We saw Thor's butt in Thor. Then in the Flash they showed the Flash's butt, and then in Blue Beetle they showed the Blue Beetle. They showed the Blue Beetle's butt.
The Blue Beetle's butt?
Oh, it's a new movie.
Yeah, that just came out.
But yeah, man, I saw them titties in IMAX, so definitely worth it. See Oppenheimer in IMAX.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. Can I compare? Oppenheimer is good. It's borderline great. Tenet was.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling Tenet.
My problem is, as much as I sound like a hater, I'm a romantic. I thought that the characters should have got together, or he should have had a romantic interest in her in Tenet, and he was kind of like a platonic friend. It was weird. It was just like, I'm just going to help you. Why? Because you seem like a person that needs help. It was just like, whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I didn't feel connected to the characters in
Yeah,
Tenet.
it was nothing there. It was like it was very it was sterile. It was very sterile.
It was just like he just realized that, okay, we could do reverse and let's make a whole movie around that.
And the reverse was cool at first. Then you kept seeing it. You're like, can you reverse to a better movie?
Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify. Follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.